Okay, lesson 46. We're going to start off by explaining what a complex number is. A complex number is a number that has a real portion plus an imaginary portion. So if you have something like 6 minus 3i, that's real and that's imaginary. But honestly, even if you have something like 5i, it's the same thing as 0 plus 5i, so it's still considered a complex number, even though it might just be by itself an imaginary number. So let's look at this. It says write the equation with the roots, these two roots. Okay, you have to have a lead coefficient of 1. Now we've done this before with just real numbers. So we know that we need to set x equal to each of those. Bring them over to the left side with the x, so it'd be equal to 0. Now these are the factors, so we're going to write them as factors. Then we're going to multiply this whole thing out. So I'm going to do x times all of these. Then I'm going to do -1 times all of those. And I'm going to line up my like terms if I get any. So this is -x. This is a +1. There's not one up there. This is a -2i. Okay, here I've got a -2ix. That goes with this one. This is a -2i. I'm sorry, a +2i, because times a -1. So +2i, that goes with that one. A -4i squared. -4i squared. Okay, so I've got these three things I'm adding together. You can see that these are going to cancel and these are going to cancel. This I'll add together. I've got +1. This is a -4i squared is a -1. So this is x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus 4. And this is, remember, this is all still equal to 0. So this is x squared minus 2x plus 5 equal to 0. Okay? Okay. Let's do another one. But this way, we're going the other direction. Okay? We're going to start by factoring. Now, I can't factor this like a trinomial, so I'm going to use the quadratic formula to do it. We know the quadratic formula is x is equal to -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So I'm going to pretend like this is equal to 0 while I do this. So I can say x equals the opposite of b, which is -4, b squared, which is 16, minus 4 times a times c. 2 times 8, that's 16. Then 2 times a, which is 4. So x is going to be, I'm going to put this one over 4 and that one over 4. So -1 plus or minus, this is 16 minus 64 over 4. So 16 minus 64 is 16 minus 64 is 48. So I have the square root of 48 over 4. So 48 is the square root of 16 times 3. So that comes out as a 4, and I have the square root of 3 over 4. But it's negative, because see, this was negative, right? So that means I have an I here and here. Those cancel. So my final answer, move this so you can see it better, is -1 plus or minus the square root of 3i. Now, I say my final answer. Actually, that's not my answer. It said to factor this. It wasn't equal to 0. So when I bring this over as my factors, which when I do, that becomes positive, that one becomes negative. So again, that's positive, but that one's positive this time. It's not going to be equal to 0 because it really wasn't equal to 0 to start. I just thought of it like that so I could use the quadratic formula. So the answer is like this. Okay? Let's see. Hopefully that's okay. Good luck.